Yo, it's Guido, Coffee Talk Supplemental. I've got my coffee. It is Thursday. We have another box event. We have more boxes. Shout out to Wargaming. Thank you for the boxes. Creating the content right now. I have 150 boxes to open. We're going to do that. But first, we're going to talk about the event just a little bit. A couple things to think about on it, and then you can make your decisions. One of the main thing, let's get it out of the way in case you don't know, there's no gold involved in the boxes unless you hit a double of a tank. We'll talk about that mechanic. It has more or less standardized lately, but I will say there are a lot of tier 8s in this event. There are 10 total, 2 new ones and 8 that have already been out. We'll get to it essentially on all the rules, but you basically have to have all of the 10 tier 8s before you get compensation in gold, and that's the only way you're going to come up with gold out of buying boxes in this event. Pretty standard, basically. Hot on the heels of the turtle event that just ended, and now we are, I think, able to get about 6 crew members from what I can tell if you take a look at the things you can buy, etc. Or let's say the event with the little dune buggy things in space and the boxes. Well, we'll talk about it as we go. Let's take a quick look at what the whole event looks like. In accordance with Wargaming's article, which you can take a look at yourself on their website, and this is going to go from May 2nd through the 13th. Pretty quick, 11 days. Also remember we have Onslaught going on at the same time, so a bunch of stuff going on. 2 relatively large events kind of fighting for your attention. From what I can tell, I haven't played it yet. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot of time to burn through this one and get the stuff that you can get on the progression, the mission progressions. That kind of depends on whether you want to drive dune buggies and play bumper cars, essentially, at the end of the day. That's up to you. We'll see whether I do that or not, but that is when it's going for 11 days. When it's going. Boxes, of course, we have Orion loot boxes. So there are 10 tier 8 premiums. There's 2 new tanks, the AAT-60 and the Nemesis. They are both mediums. One is American, the AAT, and one is British, the Nemesis. There's styles. There's a 3D style for the AAT-60, decals and inscriptions, and then books, experimental equipment, and some other goodies we'll get to in just a minute. What may be inside? Let's get to it right now. You can buy them at 5, 25, 50, or 300. If we jump over to the page there, which is cut off a little bit, but you can see there's 50 is over here. This is 5, 25, and 30. If you recall that the mechanic is 50 boxes and you automatically get one of the premiums, then it is basically $45 for a premium here, is what we're talking about. Now, if you hit more than one, then you've done well, right? So it's much cheaper, but you're essentially buying at a bare minimum a $50 premium of one of the ones that you don't have that's in the list. Could hit one of the new ones, but let's say you only have 4 of the list, which we'll get to in just a minute, then you might get one of the other ones. And that might be good for you depending on what tanks are available. You have to look in your own garage and make that assessment. So 2% probability for the tanks, 25% probability for Emissary 3D style, that's the AAT-60. There's a 2D style crew member. That's one of these 3. We've got Sulu, McCoy, and Scott that are in the boxes. They're in the boxes, fellas. They're hanging out in the boxes. As far as I can tell, that's the only way you can get these 3 chuckleheads. We'll talk about the ones you can get in the missions in just a minute. You might be able to guess at least several of them, probably all 3 of them, actually, if you think about it for just a moment. They got a 15% chance. Why would they put 25 there and 15? I don't know. Is it 0.25? It's not even in order wargaming. Please stop. Experimental equipment or components is a 15%. 50% for personal reserves or credits. I'm assuming that's the good personal reserve, probably the credit personal reserve, because there's a 100% chance of crew book, days of Watt, or personal reserves, probably the lower level ones. I guess the higher level ones will be this 50% possibility. Remember, you can hit all of these. I think it's a separate roll for each one, so there's nothing that says you can't hit all of them. I don't think hitting one precludes you from hitting another, but you're probably always, no, you're going to have a good chance of these 2, aren't you? Because a 50% and 100%, that's going to happen quite a bit. As I recall from the last few events where the percentages were close to the same as that, you end up getting a lot of stuff. The question becomes, does that translate into gold/money to you? That is up to you, fellas. As I said, Sulu, McCoy, Scott, let's just give it away. Kirk, Uhura, and Spock. That's who you're going to get if you play the bumper card in space game. Here are the tanks, fellas. We've got the 90, the Black Dog, premium version there, the G-Sor 1010, the wheeled tank, 56 TP, meh, AMBT, pretty good. Kampfpanzer, fast, shoots a lot. Kari, quite a good TD, relatively new. Bofors Tornwagen, boy, this thing shows up a lot in these things. Has this thing missed an event? I don't know if this thing has missed an event in a while. Probably, but it seems like there's always a Bofors Tornwagen hanging out in these events. The Lance and Sea, that's not something I've seen in a long time, I think, anyway. Just thinking off the top of my small brain pan right there. I have all of these, fellas, and you might too. So I'm in good shape on the 150 boxes. Thank you, Wargaming, once again, my friends. So I will absolutely get these two, and then one other, so I will get at least one pity mechanic where I will get compensation. Remember that if you say you open 3 boxes of your 150, that's the new time set, okay, the new time stamp. It will be 50 boxes from there, provided you don't hit it again, where you'll get the next tank, i.e. 53 in that case. All right, fellas, that's how the mechanic works. Here's some of the things, the styles. This is kind of cool. We've got Emissary, Klingon Tactics, Borg, Conduit, and Klingon Fleet Camouflage. Some of the decals. This is some kind of Klingon talk, which I won't even try. I guess it probably means attack or something, kill. I don't know. Do they? I don't think they say stuff like that. Khan, right, from Wrath of Khan, where Kirk yells out Khan. Also realize this is not the original series, guys, and not the next generation. We're talking about the current movie version of these fellers, the younger versions of these fellas, reboot, whatever the hell it is. Other decals, and then we got these kind of goodies. We've got the experimental equipment. I quite like the mobility improvement system, to be honest, so this is all good. You can break some of these things down. This is showing it as a level 2. Is that true, or is that just, no, that's level 1. It's 1 hash. All right, so that's the base model right there. You also might get components. That's helpful. In fact, you could get 50, 100, or 500 components. That's pretty nice. We've got silver in the 50, 100, or 250,000 version. Training booklets. We've got credit reserves, personal reserves, 1 or 3 personal. This looks like the reserves thing are the same kind for all of this. So I really don't know what the difference would be if you hit the 50% version or the 100% version, unless maybe the credit reserves are hiding behind this one. Who knows? Don't know that answer. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe it will become obvious when we get into the boxes right there. Star Trek themed drops. I believe then there is a Twitch thing, maybe. No, these are drops from the box. Never mind, it's not a Twitch thing. This is the Klingon Tactics camo. This is the Klingon Fleet camo. That's actually not bad, to be quite honest. Kind of cool looking for a non-historical. Borg Conduit. That kind of just looks like green camouflage, to be quite honest. This thing looks very much like sort of a sort of a spaceship tank thing. All right, so there you go. Look at this. We got the little nacelles on the thing. I wonder if it goes warp speed. Probably not. I'll check that out. It's got the NCC thing on the front of it. Very cool. Which one is on there? Okay, come around. Come around. Okay, yep, got it. And swinging around. Let's see it. Ooh, all right. 12. I don't know. I don't know what the significance of that number is. We'll take a quick look at these two tanks in just a second in the comparison tool, and that is what we've got, fellas. All right, so that's the event. Now, if you want more information, let's quickly look at the tanks just for giggles here, guys. I'm not going to go into a full review of these. I haven't played either one of them, so we're just going to look at the numbers across the board. The Nemesis and the AAT-60, remember, they're both premiums, they're both mediums. One is British and one is American. So the British is rocking the 420 Alpha. This does give it a low DPM at 1546. Ouch, not great. Whereas the AAT-60 is rocking a 320. Power creep is a happening, my friends. 2,302 DPM is not bad on that one. Pen's okay, actually, at 225 and 230. Wow, guys. That's standard pen. Not bad for a base pen, to be quite honest, even in today's power creep world. Minus 10 gun depression, of course, why not? 2.4 aiming, 1.92. Not terribly accurate, to be quite honest. That's not a surprise when you're talking a 420 alpha on a medium at tier 8 to have a .36. 0.34 isn't a whole bunch better, to be quite honest. So decent guns, I would say. Okay DPM with the AAT-60, atrocious for the Nemesis, although it hits hard. Armor's kind of interesting. The Nemesis is coming at you with a 254. That is a lot on the turret, and very nice. We'll take really a quick look at the turret. It's a kind of a weird shape in places, so it's going to have some weak spots, and it's got quite a large hatch. The AAT-60 has a decently sized hatch, and not a great turret at 150. It's okay. Hull on both of those is 70, but they're quite angled. We'll take a quick look, like I said. For mobility, one's doing 40 for the Nemesis, 44 for the AT-60. That is a mediocre speed for a medium. Okay, but not amazing. The AT-60 backs nicely, though, at 22. That is a really fast reverse speed for a medium. You got to like that. And based on the shape of the turret and a decent amount of armor, and in this case, good amount of armor, it looks like they're going to be okay, somewhat capable on the hold down fight with the -10 gun depression. Traverse speed's okay for both of them. In fact, it's really pretty nice for the AT-60 at 41. Camo's not amazing. The Nemesis is kind of bad, actually. This thing is, holy cow, stationary at 15 for a quite large medium. That'll work. 380 view range in the Nemesis, but a nice 390 on the AAT-60. And my gosh, look at this sweet, sweet signal. Never mind, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the signal range. Wait, hold on. Come back to me. Come back to me, fellas. Quick look at the shape of the things. This is what it looks like. As I noted, this is sort of it looks a lot like, I think it's the Chieftain prototype, I believe, at tier 9. It's kind of got this weird shape. The problem with things like this is you start doing this, and now you've got these flat plates as opposed to the saucer shape of a lot of the Russian stuff and rounded turrets. You flat plate these, so you got these weird little spots that are quite vulnerable depending on where your turret is pointing. It's kind of the same thing here. It flattens it out, and even this flattens out a bit. And look at that big old turret hanging out of, or the hatch sitting there. Oof, that's tough. Nice angle here, though. 250 is very strong, and this is kind of your strong point. This is okay here. It's a decent angle, but it's not quite as nice as this, right? So this right here, the normalization on it is not going to be as good. So let's take a look then at the AAT-60, and it's got a turret that looks a bit like the Concept 1B kind of idea. Looks like along the same family. 150 thickness, but most of that's mantlet, to be quite honest. That's actually not bad. There's a lot of mantlet right there. Of course, it has the same thing. You start turning your turret to look a different way. You flat plate the side of that turret, and that 150 is getting penned pretty easy, even by 7s and sometimes by 6s. We have an okay hatch. It's actually not a massive tumor, which is nice, but kind of standard American tank with a fairly large hatch. Both of them have a decently angled, kind of raked front end, so that 70 is going to be increased a bit for shots right there. Not too bad. So that's the general shape of both those guys. I think they're going to be okay. We'll do a review on them once I get them and get them set up and start playing them. All that good kind of stuff. All right, so that's that. Now, how do I figure all this out in the game? You have a couple ways to do it. You can click here, call to the final frontier. There's actually a shuttle which has landed, fellas. So if you want to take the shuttle up, there's also a video once you go here the first time that will show you some of these things, and it's got Scotty and Kirk and Spock and everyone talking. A couple sort of funny things or whatever. Just watch that and you'll get a general idea of what we're talking about. Essentially, bottom line is the Enterprises showed up and they got all their antimatter stolen down to this little asteroid, and you have to go play space bumper cars to get it back. Along the way, you're going to unlock good old Kirk, who is right here, and you're going to unlock then Spock, and then this is fascinating to me, and it's so typical wargaming actually that Uhura is the last one you unlock. They do crack me up, good old Eastern Europe. Good old Eastern Europe. But in any event, those are the three you can get. You get the other three out of the boxes. I'm imagining 150 boxes is more than enough for me to get the crew members. We'll see how that goes. Could roll poorly, but I imagine I'll probably end up with those three. I don't know what you'll get. Say you just do 50. It's all to taste. So there's some missions here, these I think might be daily. You can't click on them. It's hard to tell. It doesn't really say, but you get 50,000 and you get 9,000 of these guys, which I guess is the antimatter stuff. I'm not sure. The little symbol there, 9,000 more. So you play 2 battles. Okay, cool. That's nice. You don't have to actually do anything. You neutralize 14 opponents. I don't know how long that'll take. And deliver 25 fragments to the delivery zone, which is the general idea of collecting these antimatter things. And I'm assuming that's what that symbol is, but I'm not 100% sure. You can go to the loot boxes over here. Obviously, they're always happy to sell you something. If you look at mission progress, I think we already did that. There we go. You can see that 20, yep, that must be an antimatter. That's the symbol. So 20,000 antimatter doofers, and you unlock this one. And here's the gifts you're going to get, or the stuff. You get some decals, some reserves, and you're getting some experimental equipment, some more decals, some experimental equipment components. You come all the way over here, you finish it, you get Kirk, and Kirk has a voiceover. There you go. So very nice. And 200 bonds. So there's some bonds chucking around in there. Very similar with Spock. The only thing that's different, I believe, is Uhura actually gets you 1 Orion lockbox. So you can earn, without paying anything, exactly uno, ein, once. Is that right? No, that's 11. Uno, ein, ichi, 1. 1 box. I'm going to let that one go. Just going to let it go. Mission brief, is there anything big here? Yeah, this will tell you a little bit about how to play, what some of the power-ups and things do. Save us all from power-ups. There you go. Let me know down below. Some of you may have already powered through, maybe already powered up through a bunch of this. I don't, honestly, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a horrible grind. It will take you some time. You're going to have to invest some time to get through all that and try to get Kirk, Spock, and Uhura, but that's how you do it. And it is an interesting little side quest, I guess you might call it, for World of Tanks. All right, fellas, let's get into it. We'll get through this. I mean, we won't just blast through it, but we do want to see what we can get out of 150 boxes. So you click on that, it comes up, we sit open. Okay, that gives us 1. Interesting. And we've got the animation going on. That's what it looks like. All right, so I got a day and 50,000. So we're going to do not show animation. And unfortunately, it looks like, and again, I don't know why Wargaming keeps doing this. I really wish they would put their Christmas totalizer up there in the top left of the screen. That would be very nice. And I wish they'd let you open 5 at a time like they do at Christmas. I can't wrap my mind around that whole thing, to be quite honest, but the mechanic is there. They've built it. I don't know why. Wargaming, if you're listening, please add that into these events. At least the totalizer, fellas. I get why maybe you want to have people open them one at a time and yada yada. But, all right. So there we go. Let's take a look at the numbers just so we can kind of track what we might or might not be getting out of this thing right now. All right, so hard to tell. It doesn't really tell you which thing you rolled. This is probably a 100% and a 50%. I guess more than likely, if there just one thing shows up, all you got was the base 100%. That's what my assumption is going to be. So that looks like credits. So credits is a 50%. So anytime you see this, all right, so that's the standard, that's the bonus. Maybe the standard one is always on the right side. There you go. Thanks, Wargaming. Thank you for showing me the absolute minimum you can get out of it. That's absolutely fantastic, fellas. That is there anything more minimum than that? I think for most of us who play a lot and have spent a lot of money and have all the gold in the boxes from Christmas and many days of premium, maybe the premium day, one premium day is a more min run than this, but this is close. That's pretty close. All right, very nice. Okay, hey, I'll take that. Looks like we hit 3 things. So, all right, just to make things confusing, what they've done here is this is the min run, so it's not always on the right side, and they put the others on either side of it, whatever. All right, so there you go. I don't think you can get a day of premium elsewhere, so that's the 100%. That is the 50%, and the equipment was a 15%. There you go. I'll take it. Oh, another min run, fantastic. No whammies, okay. Thought some. Oh, sweet, it heard me. I'm sorry, Yuri. Sorry, man. Could you... There you go. Thank you. Ooh, that is a maximum, I believe, for the... Does it? Where did I see that? I saw that somewhere. 500, I believe, was the most amount of components you get. That's awesome because today, earlier, I managed to break down a Class 2 piece of equipment like an absolute muppet while I was trying to upgrade another piece of equipment. So I'm smart, guys. I are smart. All right, we got... Sweet! They did hear me. Actually, look, I've been all over the place, honestly, with the non-historical stuff, and some of it I like better than others. Some of it sort of annoys me. I have it all turned on because whatever at this point. I happen to like Star Trek quite a bit. Klingon ships are pretty cool, you know, all that good stuff. So I don't know. You'll probably see that on one of my tanks, and then I'll complain about how I don't like things like that because that's what we do. That's what we do. Borg drone. All right, got it. Hey, sweet. I have been extended to 2027, guys. 2027. Oh man, I hope the game lasts that long. I'm gonna be honest, I really do. If we're still playing in 2027 and the world hasn't gone completely to dog do, that seems good to me. All right, so we got another min run on that one, and we're just right back with another min run. Take that. We've got all right. We got a book, and this is it always a training book? Personal reserves or credits. So this was actually a... Now what happened here? This day is the 100%. Personal reserves or credits. Experimental components, equipment or components. How did that work? Did I get... Can you get to... How did this one come out? What am I missing here? All right, so one of the following. Crew book, days of premium, or personal reserves. All right, we've got a day of premium. We also got a crew book. One of the following at 50%. Personal reserves or credits, not one of those. One of the following. Experimental equipment or components, not one of those. Emissary 2D to crew member, decal, or inscription, none of those. Somebody help me understand. I'm missing it. A lot of times when I do this real time, I miss it. You guys fix me down there. I have no idea what just happened right here. Unless... I don't know. Did I roll a 200%? I can't. One of the following. One. Reserves or credits. Okay. Don't know. Does this help me right here? What's this say? Guaranteed reward. No, that's just telling me. All right. Same thing just happened here, guys. Same thing just happened here. Okay. I don't know. We got more, cool. More camouflage from the Klingons. Got decals. What kind? We got... There we go. We got more Klingons. All right. Very good. It keeps hearing me. I like these. Send these all you want, fellas. As many of those as I can get. Oh, we did well, but we did min run that. Yeah, this is happening a lot. So, okay. I must have missed it earlier. I don't know. What else we got? Oh, the Romulan Bird of Prey. That was a cool ship in a game called Starfleet Battles. Because it was sub-warp. It barely moved, but it had a massive plasma torpedo on it and a cloaking device. It was a weird little ship. Very dangerous. What? Okay, that makes sense. So I guess you can get these down here. So there are 2 levels at which you can get personal reserves. Huh. That had to be just the 100% level one. Okay, we're doing this a lot. All right, whatever. That's not what it says in your article, Wargaming. At least not from my comprehension, which admittedly could be poor. Could be poor. Okay, we get another one of those. Ooh, oh, I thought we were getting something good. So we have opened. Let's go to 25. 27, got one of them fellers again. Doesn't like going too fast. All right, I'll take the credits. Very nice. All right, so that's 25. We haven't seen a crew member, so we haven't hit a 2%. And I don't know if we've hit, I don't think we've hit a 25% because we don't have a 3D style or a 2D style or a crew member. There are some decals and inscriptions at that level, but I don't know which ones. Hard to tell. There's probably an article somewhere that has that, but it doesn't break it out on their article as far as that goes. All right, 25. No, I don't think I've hit one of the biggies yet. 250,000. We got 6. Inscription Thingama. What does it mean? It doesn't say. It's not interpreted for us, fellas. It's not interpreted. More Thingama? Yeah? No. Just a guy with the whatever that's called, the Klingon sword thing. Lots of credits. That's not bad. We're closing in on the pity mechanic. Let's see which one we get first, fellas. I really needed to hit one early if I was thinking I might get 4 out of this thing. So far we haven't touched a premium tank, and it's only a 2%. This is the more Borg drone decals. Now, I believe, since these are in boxes, that they're technically sellable. This should mean that you can sell them, but I could be wrong. Let's see, inscriptions. Although sometimes, yeah, that's right. Sometimes with the tie-ins, they don't allow you to sell them. Decals, let's go back here. Yes, no, maybe so. No. So it appears they're not sellable. All right, there you go. Yep, we're going to exit out of there, fellas. And let's get back to the boxes. 30 boxes, open, boom. And it's going to just open one for me. Good. And min run. It didn't like me. It didn't like me saying that. Okay. Credits, we've got 50 more of these. Components, I like the components, I'll take those. Another min run, lots of min runs. This is, wow. I am not getting, that's like 50%. See, this still feels like the base, no, that actually could be the 50% because it's a PR. But if you get a day of premium and a book, that makes no sense. I got 100 of those, all right. Lucky number 113? Nope. All right, components works for me. We're closing in on the pity mechanic. What do you guys think? Which one am I going to get first? I'm going to say it's the Nemesis. Just because it's a 50-50 shot anyway. Doesn't really matter since I'll end up with both of them. All right, Klingon guy with the, what is that? Probably some guttural, something like that. Okay, that's just the min run. Oh, look at this. We have hit one of the, okay, so that is the first, I think, 25% probability. There, a couple of those decals in there may actually be a 25%er. I don't know, but this is definitely on the 25% level here. So we've got the 3D style with the nacelles and all that for the AAT-60. All right, cool. So when we do get that, we can go to warp 9. Borg. We go to warp 1 if we want. Could stay at impulse power. I don't know. It'd just take a while to get anywhere. Credits. All right. We have not hit a tank. This is a little unusual. In the past, to be honest, when I have opened these early like that, there's usually an early hit on the 2%. I'm not saying anything, all right? I'm not trying to imply anything, but you've seen me do these multiple times. It feels like maybe my poor luck has come back. Last time I did all right. Okay, that's a day premium in a book. I'm going to say it once again. I don't know how that works because that has nothing to do with what they have said. All right, whatever. I know I'm missing it. I'm missing it. Hey, I got the tank. I got it 2 before the pity mechanic. That's awesome. All right, I said Nemesis, so I was incorrect. I also got 50,000 credits and the min run of the free crew XP. Very cool. All right, that's nice. We got the AAT-60, fellas. All right, open next. The next tank. Let's do it. if I can get a tank here, then I still withhold another 2 pity mechanics. So let's do it. Hit me up with a tank right here. 2% chance. Oh, alright, I'll take it. Why does Sulu, out of all these guys, what is this thing he's wearing, by the way? Exemplary helmsman excels at fencing and skydiving from orbit. That is a very specific skill. Because he's so modest, it's impossible to guess how long the full list. Oh, okay. So he is a 0 perk, guys, with enough. He is a 0 perk BIA with enough for 2 extra skills. That's perks, I guess. That's pretty good. That's a good crew member. I did not realize that. Very nice. All right. So we are. Well, we have actually still preserved 2 pity mechanics, haven't we? I still have 2 minimum pity mechanics, which is what I started with anyway. All right. Yep, 50,000. We are now inside of 100 boxes. Getting lots of components. I really like that. That's very nice. Well, that hit all kinds of levels. So Borg Conduit. Okay, that's camo. All right, so that is a 25%. So we have hit the 25% several times because Borg Conduit, that is the 25% chance right there. All right, that's nice. Day of premium. Okay. Swedish. More credits. I have pushed it back to, oh, look at this, fellas. I only need to get about 33, 34 more days and I can reach into 2028 with my premium. Have we only seen, I might have seen 1 3-day, but I think I've only seen mostly 1 day extra. More credits. I like it. I like it. We actually got a piece of equipment. Probably break that one down. I don't use that one. All right. Although honestly, that might be worth using. Okay. Pity mechanic in 37. Next tank will be the last of the new premiums. And then I should get, depending on how many tanks I get, I'm getting at least 1 compensation tank. But I really need to start hitting premium tanks here. All right, here's another 2D Klingon Tactics. Cool. All right, so that was a 25%er. All right, 150%er. That is a only single 100%. Oh, 2 in a row. Good. Thank you. We've gone to, oh, we are now on the 2nd of December. Very nice. So we need 29 more of those. Piece of equipment, the Turbski, Tier 1. All right, and some credits. We are doing well on the credits, guys. Depending on how much you value credits, this could be a good deal for you. This would have cost me, Math in Public, what, $135? Yeah, 45 each, 90, 45, yeah, $135 is what it would have cost to get this. So for $135, you get 3 tanks and all of this stuff, minimum. Another turbo improved or experimental. The weird min run I didn't know was possible. There's more inscriptions. That might be a 25%. Con! All right, nice. And D7 battle cruise. I may have to make an exception to my no decals rule and have some D7s on there. It was a very cool. That was a good ship in Starfleet Battles, the D7. I enjoyed that. There was actually a computer game called Starfleet Command that was based off the board game, off the Hex game. Okay, Borg Conduit. There's another 25%er. Yep. More credits. More decals. Oh, the Bird of Prey yet again. Min run. Okay, components, all right. Closing in on the next pity mechanic. I like that I'm picking up more credits, and this is that same, whatever it is, war cry, I guess, for the Klingons. Another min run. And Borg drone. More credits. Min run. Oof. The Gorn. Nice. I think that's the first Gorn we've come up with. The lizard guys. Klingon inscription. We're down to 12. Precious few tanks, guys. I have hit one. I'm about to pity mechanic the second one. Getting a lot of min runs. A lot. And you're talking 100% for one thing, 50%, 15%, and a 25%. I mean, wow. It feels like it would be unusual to min run, to be honest, based on those percentages. But there's probably some math there that says I'm wrong. All right, we've brought my... How did I've already got up to the 7th. More of those have been showing up. I haven't been tracking the days of premium very well. That's another min run. I don't think I'm going to make it quite, but maybe. Decals, that's the min run for the components. A Borg Cube decal. I haven't seen that one yet. Another day gets me to the 8th of December of 2027. Some credits. What do you think, fellas? Are we going to make it to 2028 with the days of premium? Got a booklet and a PR. Credits, min run. Actually, it's 25. I don't remember if it was 25 or 50. Oh, I got it. The Nemesis. All right, we hit it. Did we hit it at the same place? Or was that my min? Oh, no, I think that was my pity, wasn't it? That had to be the pity because it is at the same place. All right, so we have both tanks, both new tanks, because I had all 8 of the premiums. Both required the pity mechanic to get it. I will get one more tank. I could get several. I will minimum get one more tank at the pity mechanic with 2, I guess, boxes left. So we got the Nemesis. We also got some credits, and we got a piece of experimental equipment at the same time. So we'll keep on trucking. Like I said, I plan on doing a review on those 2 once I get to it. Another day gets us to the 9th. We have 50 boxes to open, fellas, and the pity mechanic at 48. We needed to hit another premium right in those last couple boxes to secure a last pity mechanic, but we are past that now. So we will at the very least get one at the pity mechanic and then have 2 boxes to potentially get one more 2%er. But even if we hit one right now, that'll be it, unless we just go with the 2%. So we'll have pushed ourselves past the pity mechanic capability, although we will have taken our 3rd tank at that point, which we are guaranteed. Does that make sense? Yeah. Maybe even... Was that actually 3 days? Is that what's going on here? Did I actually see something, or was there a 3 there for just a moment? All right, let's watch this closely. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm getting it a lot more than I thought. 500, nice. You gotta love that. That's 1/4 of what you need to get to level 3. Of course, it's never gonna give me another day now that I want to watch it. One day. The 13th. Okay, 13th. Let's wait till we see the next one. It'll probably be a legit one day, and it'll be the 14th. Credits. Min run. Hey, look at that. We got McCoy. Holy cow, we're actually short 1 crew member. We may come out of 150. We are moving towards 150 boxes and not getting all 3 crew members. 14th. All right, that was truly one day. I'm probably just seeing things or imagining things. 15th. All right, well, that clearly wasn't more than one day. 16th. All right. Smoking something, fellas. I'm smoking something. But we are at the 16th. That doesn't mean there aren't multiple days that I've missed. I don't know. But they've all said 1. There hasn't been any 3s or 7s that I've noticed. 17th. Is that right? See, now I'm not track. We're on the 17th, right? See, now I'm excited about just doing that. 18th. Yeah, they all seem to be 1. They're all just 1. We're on the 18th. I could go back and look at it, I suppose, but I'm too lazy. I'm not doing that. That's not how we roll around here. We're on the 18th. 19th. All right, they all seem to be one. Cranking up the silver. We're 25 boxes away from getting at least the pity mechanic. That'll be the only gold we'll come out of with this thing. 20th. I don't think we're going to make it quite into 2028. All right, I like it. An actual piece of equipment, you can break that down or use it if that's what you want to do. We got Con. All right. Minimum. Okay, very nice. Are we just, well, I was about to say we're just not going to hit the 2%, but that's not true. I did hit one, right? Remember at 48 boxes or whatever it was. So I did hit a 2%er. And then I hit a guaranteed. And we are moving towards, I'd really like to see that last crew member, to be quite honest. That'll be a bit of a bummer. Who did I get? I got Sulu and, was it McCoy? I've already forgotten. I have no idea. I don't remember which one it was. I know it was Sulu because he had that weird thing on. Power suit or whatever the heck that thing is. Is he crippled or something? Is that like a power suit? I don't know. I never saw those movies, actually, to be honest. I haven't watched them. I do like Star Trek, but I don't know. The reboot thing, the guy who did those, isn't he the one that screwed up Star Wars? Or am I thinking somebody else? I don't know. Con, all right. Give me that last crew member, fellas. 150 boxes, and I'm not going to hit the crew members. That's tough. 250, I'll take that. That's tough. If I don't hit the 3 crew members 150 boxes, that's tough. If I actually had spent the money on that, that would be a bit irritating to me. Because I don't think you can just buy them. You gotta play the. You gotta gamble, man. We're not going to get into that. All right, we're down to 9 boxes. Can I hit 2%ers in here? Can I get the last crew member? Somebody help me. Come on, guys. It's not looking good for the home team, fellas. There he is. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. All right, well, we're going to get our 3rd tank and like it, I guess. We're going to get our 3rd tank and like it and move on. We got 4 boxes. We got to the 26th. We're just not going to quite get. All right, this is it. Pity Mechanic. Which one do we end up with? Who knows? This one? Oh, there it is. It was the AMBT. The AMBT was converted to gold, so we ended up with 10,000 gold, essentially. So 10,000 gold, 2 new tanks, and all the rest of it for $135. All right. Not too shabby, to be quite honest. Really, though, to get exceptional money's worth, you're going to have to hit more of the 2%ers. As you can see, I hit 1. It was so close to the Pity Mechanic, it didn't help me too much. Very interesting, and I didn't hit. I have 2 boxes. Let's see what happens. You never know. Nope. Last box, survey says tank. No. Not even close. We did get another Klingon Tactics style. And remember, that little guy there is like, hey, why don't you buy 50 more boxes and then you can get your guaranteed reward at 48. Well, it doesn't really help me because even if I bought 50 boxes, I'd still get my guaranteed reward. So there you go. I got the 3 crew members. I cranked up my silver to 17 million. I was sitting at, I want to say 13 when I started. So I got about 4 million or so credits. Quite a few personal reserves, quite a few booklets chucked out, lots of decals and such. That's to taste, fellas, whether you like that or not. There's a couple camos in there I actually quite like. It's nice to get a 3D style. That's acceptable. The 3 crew members. Very cool. Let's take a look at them in the barracks here. Got new peeps in here. Where are they? Oh, okay, they're at. Let's see. Oh, I thought they had. Do they not have voices? Do these guys not have voices? Boo! Well. Seriously? No voices on these guys. Huh. I am very disappointed. Very disappointed. All right, there you go. I didn't know that. McCoy, Sulu, and Scott do not have voices. I'm pretty sure. In fact, I'm 100% sure. If we go back here and we get back on the shuttle and we beam ourselves up, shuttle ourselves up. Shut the front door. These guys have voices. Yeah, they do.
We fixed the track. Track damage mitigated. Target lost.
Huh. That is unpleasing to me, Wargaming. But there you go. So the guys in the boxes, maybe they lost their voice. They were in a box. You know what I'm saying? You came in a box. You're like the Wish crew member from a box that someone ordered online, and you have no vocal cords. You cannot talk. You're out of batteries. I don't know. Something. There you go, fellas. So we have the event. It is called Orion. What's it called? Call to the Final Frontier. The Enterprise needs your help. You have to go play space bumper cars with power-ups. Looks relatively easy. It will be a bit of a grind. There are 2 new tanks, both tier 8s, 1 American, 1 British, both with standard cyclical guns. They are tier 8 premium mediums. There's 8 other tanks. There's a pity mechanic, and overall 6 crew members available. Have a great one. Let me know what you think down below. How many boxes are you buying? Be kind. Be kind. How many boxes are you buying? That's all I've got for today. We will see ya.